What up? ASAP Auto, what up, bro? Cozy, Allen from the UK, what up? We back in this thing. I'm back. Today is going to be very serious. What up, Juicy from the Juice Show? Latasha Jordan, Princess India, good morning. I see y'all ready this morning. I was on time today. I had to get it together. But man, we got something. Look, like I said, man, those that's been tapping into me, y'all know a lot of this stuff I've been talking about, it's been taking place. I'm not nobody special. I just been watching this kind of stuff for years. And that's why when I get up on here, I do my thing, meaning I'm going to tell y'all what it is, and then I get up out of here. But like I told y'all, man, I'm not trying to push no agenda. You don't got to believe me, but everything I say, eventually, it's going to come to a pass because I'm just telling you what's already in your face. Now, everything is about to get real. Everything that's been talked about is starting to transpire right now. And I'm going to be talking about some things. Top of the top. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? Is y'all up yet? Y'all ready? Because we're going to chop it up today. And I'm going to break it down. Miss LA, what's up? Rondell's unpopular opinion. What's up, Queen? The kings and queens are in the building. We got some stuff to talk about today because it got real. It been real, but it's getting realer. And we're going to talk about it today. I'm going to be talking about how that man Joe, Moneybag Joe, he did the union address last night. And he has made it known that it is going to be a new chief prosecutor working for the Department of Justice, and their task will be to specifically come after everybody that did the PPP loan. A whole new task force is being put together. You know, like the FBI, the CIA, all of that, the ATF, where they about to have a whole new task force coming for everybody that did the PPP loan. And I'm going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be talking about Jammasterj and Jammasterj's alleged killer the whole time throughout the years was shooting videos in front of the mural and taking pictures in front of the mural after the fact he allegedly killed Jammasterj. So we already know this dude is sick. And he represents them snakes that be in the hood. Them snakes that be in your life. But he was so demonic. Not only did he allegedly assassinate Jammasterj, he had the nerve to stand in front of his mural on many occasions. It gets no wickeder than that. I'm also going to be touching on how the caretaker of Young Dolph's memorial, you know, the individual that made sure the candles and flowers stay in order around his mural or his memorial, he's now resting in peace. He's not here no more. He's allegedly dead now. The caretaker of Young Dolph's memorial. And I'm going to touch on this Alpo thing, but ain't really nothing to talk about because they said he died over an alleged road rage situation. What up, Blizz? What's up? Miss Lay Jones, what's up? Good morning. Huey the Guard, what's popping? Yak, what it is? Real Life TV. I'm gonna be talking about these things. You know, I'm gonna give my take, I'm gonna give my opinion. And this is for education and entertainment purposes only. But at the end of the day, you know, we got to get through the morning. We got to wake up and we got to get to the grind. We got to do what we got to do today, man, like we do every day. So first, I'm going to set it off with this right here. Whew. This right here is different. I'm watching stuff happen that I never seen before in my whole life. So this stuff is shocking to me. But at the same time, it ain't no shock. And now I'm gonna break this stuff down. Y'all been told already. You already heard about how Joe and the rest of them, the Clintons, all of them was dealing with the crime bill. They was dealing with the super predator bill. Basically, they was behind getting a lot of people locked up in the early 90s. Or should I say, they was behind specializing in helping people hang themselves. Like when they made the certain laws, like the same time you get for an ounce of cocaine is the same time you get for a little bit of crack cocaine. 5 years. They put a lot of things into play that was tricks. Now, let me say this. They didn't make you do nothing. They didn't make nobody do nothing. Because I told you, in America, you have a free will, a free choice. That's how life works. But now, last night, in front of the whole nation, the whole America, Joe Biden went live last night. He hit the live button. All right? And I know a lot of people didn't watch it. I missed it. What up, Pone Striller? What up, Wax Dog? What up, bros? Now check this out. Biden stated that the Trump administration undermined the watchdogs whose job was to keep the pandemic relief funds from being watched and wasted. So what Joe Biden is doing, he's blaming Trump administration for distributing that money to all the wrong people. That's first thing first. And now Joe has says that the department will assign a chief prosecutor to go after those who committed pandemic fraud. And this is what Joe said, quote unquote. He says, we're going after the criminals who stole billions in relief money that was meant for small businesses and millions of Americans. And he also spoke about how the country is moving to a safely way to open up. Meaning he also said that the country is moving safely to a new normal. And I told y'all things about to open back up, things about to get back to regular to a certain extent. But what that means is they about to start coming at people's neck, and they feel like certain people got to go in order for it to get back to normal. Now, like I said, I'm not trying to shame nobody that did what they had to do and got that money. This ain't about that. This is about putting you on point so you know what time it is, if you did take the money. And I already had these conversations, but now we got proof. Because what this man basically did was go live last night. He blamed the Trump administration for distributing the money, basically saying they gave the money to people who was not supposed to have the money. And they said that the chief that was ahead, the chief, you know, the people that was in charge, they were sleeping, they wasn't paying attention, and the funds got misused and misdistributed to the wrong people. And what this man did last night basically was pledge war on all the individuals that took the money and labeled them as criminals. And he also kind of like making the people that took the money, trying to make them part of the blame on why the economy is messed up and why he ain't giving out no more money. This is what the finesse game that was played. So now they putting together a whole new group, a whole new entity. like ICE. You know how ICE was put together real quick for the immigration fraud and all of that? Well, now they about to put together a whole new entity to come after everybody that did the loan. Everybody that allegedly stole the money. Basically, everybody that didn't even have a legitimate business, the ones that, I'm saying the ones that even didn't even at least do their paperwork right and at least try to scam correctly. You know, the ones that just outright did it, know they ain't had no business. The ones that outright just used everybody's name. I know people that use their kid's name. He talking about people like that just outright stole the money, didn't even have a front, didn't even take the money and start a business. He talking about the ones that took the money and blew it on material shit. He got on the stage last night and basically made everybody that did it addressing them as criminals. And I told y'all that he was with the crime bill. Now they found a new way to make everybody criminals, which we already know is another way to verify that you broke the 13th Amendment. And now you can go back into what? Bondage, like I told y'all. They slickly put millions of people back in a bondage, aka slavery. But this is the point I was trying to tell y'all before. A lot of these people that's about to get locked up, they're going to start telling everything. Because we know it's a lot of mothers, a lot of fathers, a lot of kids. Man, everybody going to be getting snatched up. And they're going to be held accountable for the money they stole. So we already know a lot of people, they don't want to go to jail. They're going to start telling. Some people, they're not going to face jail time. They're going to be on house arrest. But forget all the jail time. Forget all of that. Your whole background going to be messed up now. Your background is messed up. And all of this was by design. So by them pulling this stunt, they got a lot of people out the way. But this man pulled up last night and called everybody that did it a criminal. And now this is the new war that's being funded, basically. Whatever happens overseas is something going to happen over here. But all this got to do with the economy. And he also said that he's working on getting the financial situation right of the country. And he also said the country is moving to a safe new normal. But I already told y'all that if you did the loan, your life ain't going to be normal. Now you got some stuff to worry about. Now you got to worry about getting back on track because now you suffering a major setback. A lot of people done incriminated themselves with that money already. A lot of people, took the money under their social. That's a fact. That's a fact, Wax. We seen a lot of these people do it. I know people that did it. And everybody I know that did it is messed up right now. They don't have nothing. I know 2 people that did 20 band scams and they got nothing right now. This is a fact. They got nothing. Nothing. They can't even pay their light bill. Light bill $1,000. They got to move out their crib. I know people right now that's messed up that took that money. That's the sad part. You get it? That's the sad part. It ain't about if you took the money. It's about what you did with the money. You get it? Because if you at least did the right thing with the money, if you get jacked up, you could work your way out of something. You got a little lawyer money, you could fight it a little bit, you can try to ease the pain, but they about to live. But basically, everybody that did it is labeled a criminal, and you're gonna have a stain on your jacket. And once you get a financial stain like this on your jacket, you can't even work in a supermarket at a cash register. You can't even work around no more money. And remember, you had people that was, they always they had something to say about the straight individuals, the criminals. My point is, you had people that were so-called good, straight people that did this loan, and now they're considered a criminal. So my point is this: a lot of people flew straight their whole life, and then they waited all the way to now to mess their whole life up. But you got to understand it was all by design. That's why it all happened during the pandemic. The pandemic was a sit down, aka a shutdown, to put certain things in position, to lay a couple traps down, so because they knew a couple of people was going to take these traps, and they could get them out the way. We also seeing attack. I told you about the entertainers that blew up during this time, and now they getting them out the way. This whole thing was like a movie. But the thing of the matter is, you got to understand, when the president got in front of the whole country and made this statement, he in my opinion, that's like declaring war, because he said also that the new chief is to be announced shortly. So this is a grand opening. And being that the country is in turmoil with these finances, well, guess who's about to take the blame? Guess who's about to get the finger pointed at them and get the rest of the country mad? And now the country got a scapegoat. They're going to say, look at them. They're the ones that did this. I was supposed to get some of that money to help my family, but I couldn't get it because they went and bought cars with it. They went and bought jewelry. Look at them. So, yeah, we seen the first celebrities that went down for it. That was just a commercial. That was the trailer to the movie that's about to go down. And that's why I told y'all a lot of people not going to be here this summer. I already told y'all this. They're not going to be here. And if they do be here, a lot of them are going to be working because they're going to sign a deal. What deal? They're going to sign? The deal that they don't want to go to jail for 18 months, 20 months, 2 years. They don't want to go to the feds. So they're going to be cutting little deals here and there. And these are the same people in your hood. They're going to be cutting deals, and you ain't even going to know they cut a deal. And they're going to be right around the hood making sure you ain't doing nothing so they can tell on you. Everybody's going to get told on. You're going to have somebody getting snatched up for a PPP loan. They're going to be telling about a body you caught 3 years ago, 10 years ago. They're going to be telling about when you did a certain crime that you forgot about. They're going to be telling everything. Everybody in the hood is going to be telling on everybody because a lot of them not going to want to go to jail. And when a lot of people do go to jail, they're going to be the new slaves, and they're going to be working for free, trying to work that debt off. And remember, whatever they took, they got to pay that back. So you have a messed up background, and you got to pay back the money you took. How you going to get a job? Man, it's chessboard. They played chess, you know. They took the traps, put the cheese in it. Man, I remember I had 2 people offer me to do that, to get that bread at the time. Man, you ain't get that money? Man, I'm telling you, man, that's all you got to do. So I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. I ain't listening to that. You know why? Because I knew better. I knew better. And it just so happened that a lot of the people that was promoting it, if you'll notice something, the people that was really doing it, a lot of them wasn't even hustlers. They don't even know how to get it, period. That's why they're the same ones that blew it. They ain't even know how to flip the money. You could have flipped that 20 to a 50. You could have flipped a 50 to 100. Then if you had to pay back that 20, you already had 80,000, 100,000 put up. Man, I could pay that 20,000 back, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I could get them 10,000 on that and pay the rest back, whatever. They ain't even think like that. They just blew it. And now they in the hole. That's how this thing went down, man. This is how it went down. Or you could at least bury some of that bread. So if worst came to worst, you could have tried to have something put up for your family in case you do got to lay down 18 months. You got to lay it down. At least your family got something. They blew everything. But my point is this. He labeled them criminals to the whole America. And they about to start a whole new department to deal with this situation. And magically, you'll see this happen. Look, he announced this right after the taxes dropped. Taxes been dropping since the 24th. Taxes dropped yesterday. So right according to the time when taxes are dropping, he made this announcement. And I told y'all already know I told y'all this is the last money a lot of people going to get anyway. If you file taxes and you get your tax money, this is the last money you're going to get for the rest of this year. Because now he got an excuse on why they can't give out no more bread, no more help, because they're going to say that these people scam trillions of dollars. In America, we ain't got it right now. That's my opinion on what's going down. And like I said, this is not to slander nobody, to clown nobody. I'm just telling you what's real. So if you took the bread, you got to take what come with it. But it's the only thing that's foul is that they put this stuff in position, and now this man has labeled the people criminals. And also what Joe did, he blamed the Trump administration. So remember when I told y'all, what if that money was a way of reparations? You see what I'm saying? We don't know, but they saying that the money went to people it wasn't supposed to go to. We know what the unemployment money, it did the same thing. Then you have people that really did work legit. got their unemployment, and they was giving them extra money on purpose, and then turn around and say it was a glitch and we gave y'all too much money. We need that money back too. So a lot of people got set up, getting bogus unemployment money for 6 months or a year. What I mean by bogus, like I said, you know, you might have was supposed to get $500 for unemployment, but they was giving people $1,000, meaning they was giving you extra money on purpose so they could turn around and say you owe it back like loan sharking. Now you in a hole on that. Meanwhile, they got people to quit their job, tricked them to quit their job. So I'm trying to tell you, a lot of people been tricked into being homeless. They got tricked into taking the money. They got tricked into put in debt. Now, today, on March 2nd, all those people are labeled as criminals. Because that's what this man said in front of the whole country. And people also believe that a lot of this scam money is what sponsored a lot of these guns that you're seeing called ghost guns in the hood. They say a lot of people in the hood took that money, bought a lot of artillery. A lot of people took this money, they started bigging up their rap career. That's why they shutting down drill. That's why they shutting everything down that took place the past 2 years. Everything they let get out of control, now they're going to shut it down. Because what they say in America, if you think something free, you dumb. So I know I never got nothing for free. Why all of a sudden they're going to try to give me all this free money or make it like it's free? Like I could just get some free thousands and there's ain't no cost to it. That's how I think. I know better. Everything come with a price. You got to remember, even when the so-called devil enters your life, he gives you a choice, and he always gonna make an offer to you. He gonna always make an offer. The offer gonna sound sweet. It's gonna look good. You dig? It's gonna be like it's so perfect when he make you that deal, that offer, that contract. And some people gonna take the bait. We know for a fact it's people that took the bread, said, I don't care, I'll deal with that later. Well, now it's later. You see how fast time flies. So now you got to deal with it. But we already know some people not going to deal with it. They're going to get the telling. They're going to get the snitching. I know so-and-so did it. I know so-and-so and so-and-so, they did it too. I know them over there. They shot, I know my man, he shot somebody last week. He ain't got nothing to do with the PPP money, but he going to snitch on him. They going to snitch on everybody. So that's why I told y'all game over. Because I seen this coming already. Game over. But pay attention. I also told y'all what some of y'all already know, indictment season coming out. So we already know a lot of people that took the bag going to be getting indicted. Boom. Snatched up. That's why it's not going to be funny for real. That's why I said a lot of people not going to be around. A lot of people not going to be around. Like you said, it was a mass. You heard about how they was dealing with that mass incarceration. Well, you about to see another mass incarceration. That's why I told people, if you want to know how it was in the 90s, you're looking at it right now. We're looking exactly how it was in the early 90s. You seeing protests like Rodney King. You seeing the same stuff. Rodney King got beat up bad. Young boys getting smoked. Gangs getting out of control. Everything is all out of control. But just so happened, the same people that was in power then, they in power now. And the same exact thing happening all over again. Because business has to still boom. So if they gave that money out and people took it, okay, let's say them people do get locked up. Well, that means when them people get locked up, they're going to still make money off of them. They're going to make money. They're going to take that money out their ass. Now you're going to work for free. You're going to be locked down. And when you get out, you still owe that bread. So we're making profit off you niggas. We're going to give you the money so we can make money off of you. A hustle. It's a hustle. But the fact of the matter is, right, not only did this man blame the Trump administration, because remember when Trump threw shots the other day and he said that our leaders of the country are dumb. Well, this is Joe's way of flipping it back, saying Trump was dumb and they was asleep, they wasn't paying attention, and they gave money to all the wrong people. So you see the game that's being played, right? The blame game is what it's called. And when the blame game take place, guess what? Somebody got to pay the price. And the people that took the money, they the ones got to pay the price. Because the people that gave the money to the wrong people, they're not getting in trouble. It's the people that took the money going to get in trouble. But this man got on the stage when he went live last night, and he actually said that the Trump administration watched the money being wasted. And now the Justice Department will assign a chief prosecutor to go after those who committed pandemic fraud. And he says we are going after the criminals, key word, he said criminals who stole billions of relief money for small businesses and good Americans. So you got to peep the words they use. The words is the trigger words. That is part of the slander. To basically say, okay, you might have took the money because you just had to get your life in order. But now you might have been a good citizen, but now he labeling you as a criminal, saying that you foul and you stole money from the small businesses. So when the small people can't get no business loan, they're going to be mad at you, the people that took the money. When these good Americans allegedly start struggling, they're gonna blame you for taking the money, which is the urban community. That's really who they're talking about. The urban community across America, the hood. That's who's getting the blame. Even though we know that the hood ain't the only ones that took the money. We know this. We know this. It wasn't just people from the hood that did it. We know this, but guess what? The hood gonna get the blame. It's called a black sheep, or the scapegoat, should I say. The scapegoat gonna get the blame. Look at them over there. They did it. They messed up the country. Everybody gonna be pissed because they ain't gonna be able to get no more money, and now niggas are to blame once again. You get where it's going at? That's what this is all about. So we're gonna watch and see how this play out. But when I saw that this man actually said that last night, it kind of blew my mind because I knew they was coming. I knew it was repercussions, but I didn't know, he was going to put it out there like this. I didn't know they was going to illustrate it like this. I thought they was just going to move behind the scenes, just start sending papers to people's crib, little stuff like that here and there. But now he has announced a whole nother movement going on. And guess what? A lot of people that took the bread, they already know where you at. They know they got all the information about you they needed. Some of y'all that did it, you still filed your taxes. So they got your updated address on record. That was part of the stimulus money. Remember, I told you the stimulus money was a census because people didn't want to comply with the census. They had to know exactly who was in this country. So if you got a stimulus check, that was verification that you are living. They know who you are, and they know you at their address. Unless you move from that address, they know you at that address. They know you still in America somewhere running around. If you got stimulus money, don't care who you are, where you at. How you think? Remember at first, even the people in jail was getting checks. Come to find out later, they found out, okay, these people they was in jail. People was taking out loans, unemployment money, PPP money, and people named that was locked up. Yeah, they got away with it, but then when they backtracked, what they said, oh, hold up. The money they got for this person, he's in jail. They backtracked it later. So my point is, as of right now, every American that did any type of money transaction within the past 2 years, they already know who you are. They know who you are. They know where you at. Or they know where your last address was. That's what I'm telling you. That's what the stimulus money was for. Because everybody got a stimulus check. So therefore, we know exactly how many Americans are here. We know exactly who's who, what's what. We know your last address. We know everything you got going on. And now we also know what? Now we also can take that and see who actually got the CDC card. Because the CDC, any three-letter name you name, they all together. Okay, we see how many stimulus checks went out. Now we see how many people actually got a CDC card. Now we can do some math on that. Now we see how many people did the PPP. So now we can start tallying these numbers, and now we can see who we actually need to go after, who we actually need to hold back. Man, they did a whole tally situation. Man, they was dealing with mathematics because they know it's a certain people been living in America, very slick. We know how to finesse. We know how to get to the money. We know how to stay under the table, off the radar. But they put certain things in place where you're no longer going to be able to move off the radar. And if you do, you're going to be labeled as a criminal. I told y'all this already. They're trying to make it where people are labeled as criminals. Why? Because they're going to try to say that you don't want to go with the American way. You keep going against the grain. You don't want to comply. So therefore, you're like an immigrant to the country. What's an immigrant? The immigrant are the people that come here that don't want to comply with the rules of the government. It's simple. So now they're actually making it where if you don't comply, if you don't pay taxes, if you're not verified, you are automatically labeled a criminal. And we already know about the camps they got put up. If you are anti-American, you can get put somewhere where you won't be found. It's that simple. You're not American. You're not verified. Okay, well, we're going to have to put you in this camp over here until we can verify who you are, because you might be an immigrant. We don't know what you are. You might be a terrorist. You get that's part of the game. Y'all been seeing the videos. You've been hearing about years about the FEMA camps and all of that. You saw them with your own eyes, a lot of y'all. Well, what you think they was put in place for times like this? They're already in position. So now they can run down on you if you don't have certain paperwork or your name is stained to a certain degree. They actually can hold you to a further notice. That's just what it is. What up, Diz? He said somebody stole my son info, so now I gotta go through the BS to get that whole exactly, bro. To get what they owe to me. Exactly. That's the game that was being played. People was doing grimy maneuvers. So that's why they got it set up that way until you prove that you're considered a criminal, a slime bag. You know, but you got to clear your name because it's all about your name now. Remember, we was able to, all right, I'm going to break it down for all y'all. Y'all know y'all going to feel me what I'm saying. Why you think a couple years ago when you had Facebook and your nickname, they try to make you authorize your real name. They try to make you authorize who you really are on Facebook. They made you verify yourself, or they told you they was going to shut your account down. All of that was what was leading up to this. I told y'all, when they was having the 3-picture challenge, that was when they was implementing facial and body recognition. Why you think on Facebook and Instagram, they got where you can text message, do voice scanning. You get it? Voice scanning. They already got everybody through. If you've been on the gram using your voice, they got your voice. It's simple. My people that been locked up recently, you know, if you go to jail, if you go to they're gonna do voice scanning now. You gotta have a certain voice scanning to use the phone. They do eye retina scanning. But just so happen they do it when you go to jail. Just so happen they do the same thing on Facebook and Instagram. It's just that they don't make you do it. They stole it from you. Why you think when you see a picture on Facebook, a box pop up around your head and say this so-and-so? Man, that's the facial recognition. So if you're on Facebook, if you took any selfies, you're already in the database. That's what I'm trying to tell these clowns. I never, ever, ever took a Facebook picture without a hat on. And that go way back. I got pictures without glasses and all of that, but I never took a picture without a hat on because they've been dealing with that. But when they got y'all to do the 3-picture challenge and all that, that was facial recognition and body scanning. That's when they implemented that technology. When you started leaving messages with your voice and going live, they got your voice and they got your whole structure. That's a database. Why you think Facebook is the same color as police? And Instagram is with the shits too. They know everybody, no matter who you are, you might not do this, you might not got an ID, you might not got no job, but they know your ass on Instagram. So that's why everything is tied together now. That's why law enforcement got all them social media platforms in their back pocket. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So when I kept telling y'all it's over, I know what I'm talking about. The only way you good is if you don't do no technology. You got to do nothing at all. Meaning if you got to have no phone, no nothing, no email account, no nothing. You just, all your social media is shut down. You just live off the radar. When you holler at people you know in real life, you just pull up on them unannounced. That's the only way you're going to, other than that, they got everybody tracked and traced. So I'm telling you what I know. I'm a dude who thought I can always finesse. No, you can't. It's already set up. It's set up to put you in a corner and make you basically take yourself out. And soon, remember, they're going to tighten up the verification even more. Because soon they're going to have it where you can't get into your Facebook account without your face. Soon they're going to have it where you can't get into Instagram without your face or your voice lock. Oh, because we don't want you to get hacked. We don't want somebody else to get into your account. So you got to say your voice and we got to scan your face to use your email account, to use your phone. It's going to be mandatory eventually. That's all I'm telling you. Everything is going to be mandatory. The electrical cars, in order for it to start up, it's going to be mandatory to see your face. That's part, in my opinion, why the gas is being boosted up. Because when you get tired of paying for that gas, they're gonna say, hey, come get one of these electric cars. Them gas cars play it out, they old. It don't matter if you got the 2017 Benz, BMW, eventually it's gonna be old. Because if you got gas, that shit gonna be labeled old in a minute. A couple more years, it's gonna be considered old. And that's also part of why they're giving out all these cars like crack, like water. You can go to a car lot, pull off with anything so easy right now because they're getting rid of all of them. All the dealerships already know the game. They got to get rid of these old cars. What's an old car? Anything before 2020 basically is old now. If anything that's not electric is basically right now considered old. Whether you know it or not, I'm telling you what it is. I don't care what you got 2021. If it ain't all electric, it's going to be considered old. And that's why they're getting the rest of these cars in rotation. They get them off these lots, and they knew when people got their tax money, they was going to start dropping on them cars because them cars got to go. Because it's a whole bunch of new cars about to come on the scene. It's called electric. It's called facial recognition and body tracking. Matter of fact, let's break it down. Do we not? Anybody that's drove any new cars, you know they got the cars now where if somebody pull up on the side of you, the car start beeping if they get too close. You already know about when you backing up, the car start beeping. You know about the cars where somebody ride too close to you on the side, it start beeping. That's how it's going to be. The car is going to do body recognition on you to make sure the car ain't being stolen. Make sure that's you getting in that car. So now it ain't no more saying, oh, this say I was just driving so-and-so car. Or ain't no more saying so-and-so just let me hold it. And then it ain't going to start unless the actual driver's in the car. I already told you about how they implementing. If you go to the club and you've been drinking, you jump in the whip, the car going to detect you've been drinking. It's not going to start up. That's the new electrical whips. The new electrical whips are going to be very high tech. That's why I'm trying to tell you all the cars that's out now are going to be considered old. And that's part of why the gas is jacked up to make you get fed up. So eventually you're going to want to get out that gas car. That's part of the reason. So all these things are taking place. And that's why I kept trying to tell people the world is going into a new place. Y'all all heard about the New World Order. And we are in the New World Order right now. What's the New World Order? It means everything is going to be new and everything is getting restructured, put in a new order. That's it. It ain't no boogeyman stuff. It ain't nothing to be scared of. But you'll see that the past 10, 15, 20 years, they had people online campaigning to scare the shit out of you, to scare you, to keep you dumb. So when the world change, you're not going to want to change with it because you're going to be scared. All this was by design, I'm trying to tell you. They know that certain people are still scared of the boogeyman. So all they got to do is put certain information out to scare you half to death, and you're gonna go the other way. But the New World Order is nothing but things changing to a different dimension, things going to another level. Look at it like that. Back in the day, it was 1-story cribs. Then it went to 2 stories. Then it went to 3 stories. Now we got skyscrapers. It's just changing. That's it. Life changes. You got to change with it. And what I mean by change with it, I'm not saying you change as a person, changing your ways, selling out, but it's called being able to adapt. The same way I told you, you ain't going to sit here and walk around with a cell phone from the 90s. You ain't going to walk around with a big cell phone behind you. You understand what I'm telling you? You adapted to the times. Just like when I did the special yesterday, I told y'all gangbanging is played out. It's not going to work in the new world. That's something of the past. You start gangbanging now, you're going to look like a fool out here. In the new world, it's not going to work. Or just look at gangbanging, it's going to be a free go to jail outfit, a free go to jail structure. That's how you got it set up now. I'm not making this up. That's what it's set up to be. When you're a gangbanger now, you're going to be considered as a terrorist like ISIS and them niggas. And they can make up excuses to lock you up and throw away the key, give you 100 years, all because you want to claim a game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This crime bill is being smacked down right now. And guess what? Mothers, fathers, kids, everybody's getting locked up. Or everybody, if you don't get locked up, they're trying to make it where you got a stain on your resume. You got a stain on your jacket. Some type of criminal record. Because this man pulled up last night and he labeled everybody that took that bag, he labeled them as criminals. Not misguided citizens. Not citizens that were in a financial struggle. No, criminals. So that's what it is, and that's what Joe did. That's what he said. And for those that just pulled up, they putting together a whole new task force under the Department of Justice, and they about to be coming for people that took that money. And the new chief will be announced shortly. So it's like a grand opening of a store where this is what's about to happen. And that's that on that. Next topic. This man you see in this picture right here, this snake is the man that allegedly killed Jammasterj. And we also know that this nigga had to be a hater. This is what you call a hater. And he probably was mad because Jay didn't want to get that nigga a deal because probably his raps was trash. And I know allegedly they say it was over drugs, but it could have been over a whole lot of things because let's be real. Y'all know this man could have gave Jammasterj a pass. I don't care how much money he owed you. You could have gave him a pass. He Jammasterj. He could have paid you back in time. So you know this man had to be a hater to steal a whole hip-hop community, to rob the hip-hop community of Jammasterj. Killed the man. But now we're going to prove this nigga was a hater and an ultimate clout chaser. Check him out. Watch a real hater and a real clout chaser. Not only did he kill Jammasterj, this nigga shot multiple videos in front of the memorial that you see in this picture. You see this nigga posing on multiple occasions throughout the years. You talk about a snake, you talk about a devil, you talk about a hater, you looking at this nigga right here. Posing proudly. Now, Jammasterj got killed in 2022, but since then, this man has been posting plenty of Instagram posts that he's another dumbass nigga. He want to be a rapper. So they got him singing songs about how he sell crack and bust guns and all of that. And they also got his Instagram accounts with all the pictures he took in front of Jammasterj Memorial. Another dumb nigga. Rapper now is going to be considered dumb nigga. It's not about talent no more. They have flipped the game. But Jammasterj's killer is denied a bond. They're trying to deny his bond, all right? He got $1 million bond, but they don't want to, they're trying to basically take it back. They don't want him to post bail. And they're trying to say the reason is because his demonic behavior of him rapping in front of the mural. Now, mind you, he's held on $1 million bail, $1 million bond, whatever you want to call it. They saying he got the bread to get out, but they don't want him to get out because for the simple fact he was rapping in front of the mural and talking about certain things in his raps. So the prosecutors, they put papers in position to oppose him getting released on bail. And this nigga name is Carl Jordan. And he proved himself to be a danger to the community by openly bragging about selling drugs and possessing guns after he allegedly killed Jammasterj in 2002. He did a rap video called Silver Spoon in front of the Queen's mural. So let's rewind this. For those that don't know or don't remember, they say Jammasterj was in the studio. Jay was in the back room playing video games with another individual. They say somebody buzzed the door for this man to get in there with other people. They came in there, went straight to Jammasterj, hit him in the head, laid him out. Everybody that was there said they didn't see nothing, they didn't know nothing, they was all scared to death. They also had the hip-hop police looking into this event. The fact of the matter is, after this man allegedly killed him, throughout the years, he had the nerve to come back to shoot a video in front of the mural. Clowning. That's basically what? Dissing the dead. Once again, we showing you that it ain't nothing new. Yeah, these rappers been getting blamed for dissing the dead, but it ain't nothing new. They just wanted the campaign right now. So we see a nigga that's dissing the dead right in our face. Not only did he kill Jammasterj allegedly, he also took pictures in front of the nigga picture and went to his memorial multiple times. That's like clowning the nigga. So we also know this man is sick. We also know he's a hater because I'm pretty sure if he was a good rapper, Jammasterj would have put him on and gave him a deal or let somebody else help co-sign him get a deal. But no, allegedly he wanted to kill Jammasterj and then he want to go pose in front of the nigga mural. So it looks to me like he's a clout chasing ass nigga. It looked like he's a wannabe ass rapper and he's a fucking hater. And then he got the nerve to have on a Run DMC t-shirt standing in front of Jammasterj after he allegedly killed the nigga. So we might be looking at one of the sickest cases we ever seen. This should also be a lesson to show you don't trust nobody. I don't care. It's better being wrong than being right. You know what I'm saying? Or I say it's better to be right than be wrong. It's better to assume a person is a slime bag and then you lose your life because you were sleeping. We already could see that he probably was straight trash at this time, and Jammasterj didn't want no parts of him. They also say it was over money. So maybe they did have some business going on. I don't know, but we already know looking at it now, he could have gave Jammasterj a pass. He could have shot Jammasterj in the leg or something. He could have shot, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to kill that man. It wasn't worth it. Because you killed him so you could try to be a rapper, then you wind up getting locked up and your career go nowhere. And you're still going to jail. So it just shows you. And we know for a fact he was sick in the head. Because he kept going back to Jammasterj picture. He kept going back to that wall you see right here. Not once, a lot of times he went. Shot videos in front, all of that. Throughout the years. So we know this nigga is sick. And they made sure they said how he was a rapper. He wanted to be a rapper. He was shooting videos. Now it's starting to look like rap was the worst thing that ever happened to the community. It's starting to look like that now. They done made rap something totally different. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, man. Hip-hop music, whatever you want to call it, is not the same as we once thought it was. It's different now. They took it and made it straight demonic. Basically, what I'm saying is Satan got his hands all in the studio. Satan got his hands all in everything in that whole game now. All right? And guess what? Some of them know exactly what they're doing. Some of these rappers, they volunteer to sign up. And then some people, they don't know. They just want to get their career popping. They just want to do good music. They just want to entertain people. They just want to, change their life. But some of these dudes, they know exactly what they're doing. So don't let them fool you at all. And he's a dude that knew exactly what he was doing when he killed that man allegedly and when he kept coming back taking pictures in front of the mural. And not only did he take pictures, he shot a full video called Silver Spoon, and he was bragging about how he ain't had no silver spoon. That's like taking shots at Jay and them, taking shots at people that's doing good. So he basically was saying he wasn't raised with a silver spoon. He had to bust his gun, and he had to sell that work and whip the pot to get his bread. Now the nigga's in jail. And he had the nerve to wear Run DMC gear. That's sad. And for those that don't know, they always said that Jammasterj was the key piece behind Run DMC. Russell Simmons said out his own mouth how Run and DMC, they couldn't dress like that. They was off. So he made them dress like Jammasterj. Because for those that know, Jammasterj was really running around Queens. He really was a somebody in Queens. He wasn't no sucker. He was thorough. Like I told y'all about how in the beginning of rap, a lot of those rappers was dressing like straight weirdos wearing costumes. Like Africa Bambaataa and them niggas. What up, Death of a Clout Chaser? What up, bro? Like Africa Bambaataa and them weirdo niggas, they was wearing costumes and they was doing rap songs in the village dressing suspect. But when Run DMC came out, they was the first ones to really implement street gear on what niggas in New York was wearing at that time. Fresh Adidas suits, fresh Gazelle glasses, Kangos, you dig? But you got to understand that gear represented money. Those Adidas suits was like $300 back then, you feel me? Gazelle frames was like Versace shades now. They was like Cartiers back then because they had the gold on the side, real gold, you dig? Crystal lenses and all of that. So when Jammasterj was rocking that gear in the hood and Russell Simmons saw his swag, he said, yeah, Run, y'all gonna dress like him now. This gonna be our image. We ain't wearing no costumes. And that's when the real street started coming into the rap game back in Run DMC time. You know what I'm saying? With the shell toe Adidas and all of that. That's really when marketing started coming into play because Run DMC had so many people wearing Adidas, they was the first one to get a deal with Adidas. My point is this, all of that fashion started from Jammasterj. And Jammasterj was known to have that pistol on him, and he was known to pop something back in the day. And he was the thorough one because if you know about when rap first started, the DJ was the real gangster. The rappers, they rap, but the DJ was the real gangster out of every clique. Eric B and Rakim, Eric B was the gangster. You heard? You had to be a gangster to break your equipment out so niggas won't rob you, and to bring your radio out the way your jury to spin on records, you had to be a somebody. You couldn't be a nobody. They'll just get anybody to rap over what they was doing. So that's why when you know the rap history, you always learn that the rappers was the flunky basically. I say the flunky because the DJ was the real G. That's how it all started out. You know what I'm saying? But this man that you see in this picture, not only did he assassinate Jammasterj allegedly, the man kept coming back, taking pictures and shooting videos. And that was also his way to scare people that didn't know who he was, the ones that was in the studio. That was his way of letting them know, you better not run your mouth. I'm still around. You got to know subliminal messages. What's the saying? A picture speaks 1,000 words. So every once in a while, in my opinion, he would go in front of that picture, the poster, to let people know, yeah, nigga, I killed him. You better not say nothing. I'm talking about the ones that was there. I'm letting y'all know I'm still around. So you better not run your mouth. That's how I look at it. He was doing that too. And he was clout chasing. And we know he was a hater. Because his raps was trash. He killed Jay allegedly. And now this nigga's in jail. He crying, want to get out. Talking about he don't want to get COVID. He don't want to get sick, stuff like that. He want to get out. Man, it's getting weird out here, man. But I'm trying to show y'all, man, you got to watch these haters, man. You got to watch out for them. Watch out for them. It's your own people that's going to do you in. So that's why on the screen, we got a man that killed somebody that was very prominent to the community. Then we got Moneybag Joe, who want to declare war on people from the hood. He wanted to declare war on people that was actually in a struggle. And now everybody is damn near labeled a criminal in the community now. That's why I told you. You see every neighborhood getting gentrified. Every hood you see is getting remixed. Now we get into the tip. Well, guess what? They about to actually start rounding people up now. And when people start either being evicted, people start getting jacked up for false paperwork and scamming, it's already new people ready to move in these cribs, move in these neighborhoods. They're already waiting. You heard the saying, out with the old, in with the new. That's what's going on everywhere in America. I told y'all about how y'all saw all these new luxury cribs being built. Pick a city. I don't got to be in your city to know what's going on. I know for a fact, wherever you from, they built some new housing. They built some new fly cribs where you live at. Some of these cribs got pools in the back. Within the complex, they got built-in gyms. Everybody move in, get Wi-Fi access, security codes, all type of stuff. Special parking. The world is changing now. That's how they doing it now. So now we already know the country about to open back up, but they know it in order to get it where they want to get it, where everybody can live in luxury, they got to shut it down, which they already did. We already seen the shutdown. Now we about to see the grand opening. But before the grand opening, we about to see the grand snatching, meaning niggas about to get snatched up first. And they know once they break a couple of people, by the time they finish with you, you'll be ready to be a good citizen, and you're going to do what you're supposed to do. That's how they got it set up. Because it's even niggas like him who made it all look bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, when you're a rapper now, you're basically labeled as a criminal, and it's sad. It's not true, but it's sad. A rapper now, put it like this, you already know if you become a rapper, you get to a certain level, automatically the hip-hop police going to start watching you. Automatically, when you start moving throughout your city, you're a rapper, police going to be following you. When you're a rapper, you should already know they're going to be watching on your social media accounts now. Common sense, that's what's going to happen now. So now when you're a rapper, you're labeled as a damn criminal. And you're just supposed to be an entertainer, but you will be labeled as a criminal to the powers that be. That's how it's all set up, man. Everything is set up. And remind you, I'm going to repeat it again. Everything has been set up the past 2 years. That's why all you got to do is think back to 2019. You was chilling. Everything was good. Everybody was doing their thing. Rap was good. The music, everybody was on their grind. Everything was coming all together. Now you're going to see this year right here, everything is changing up right in your face. Man, there's so many dead rappers. I can't even count them right now. It's so many that have happened in the past 2 years. I don't even remember them all. Wavy Navy Pooh in Florida with he going to the zoo with his family, gunned down. They don't know who did that. Man, it's a whole bunch of people. I can't even name them all. And damn near from every state. I seen Ohio up-and-coming rappers getting killed. California, Louisiana. We already know about New York. I done see up-and-coming rappers from every part of the country get smoked. And just so happened, all of them was big on streaming platforms. All of them was doing their numbers on the come-up on streaming platforms. You notice, everyone that was next to blow, next to come up, right before they get to that level, they get boom. I don't got to say all the names. Y'all already know. I'm going to have to do a recap to actually see and write down all the names and actually see how many numbers it actually was. Just in 2 years. That's where we at with this right now. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Now a rapper is considered to be something different. It's not the same no more. If you want to be a rapper now, it's like you got to just rap in the crib. You got to rap in the crib and you just got to let your friends hear your music. You just got to send it to your friends now. That's how they trying to make it. Well, you got to be all the way underground as a rapper now. Because other than that, you might be a target. I don't know what that's about, but that's like what's going on. And they behind it all because they knew that rap music, or should I say the music that was been popping lately, that was like the theme song. That was the trending topic or the theme music to make everybody incriminate themselves. My point is this. Let's rewind, right? That whole blow a check campaign, blow a check, that whole throw the money, make it rain. All that was to entice you to want to get that bag so you could throw it. That whole promotion of the money phone that all the rappers was doing for the past couple years. And Jay-Z spoke out and told you about the money phone, how niggas shouldn't be doing that, how it's clown behavior, da-da-da-da. You remember Jay-Z said that? He caught out a backlash. What happened after that? We seen everybody doing money phones. Did we not recently see almost every rapper spelling out names with money? Sitting on the fucking floor with money spelling out names? Did we not see multiple rappers throughout the years going to the clubs, making it rain? Did we not see niggas sleeping on a bed on top of money? Well, all of that was money. All that, or should I say, was promotion to entice you to take the PPP loan so you could do the same thing. So you can have you a money phone, so you can lay on some money. And that's what it was all about, because they knew a lot of people want to be rappers. So whatever they want to do to get you to do, they just get the rappers to do it first. I told you I ain't gonna keep saying the same thing. That's what rappers get paid for. They get paid to make you follow. How we know that? Man, we know for a fact don't nobody even buy music like that no more. So they get the money up front. They don't even lock them in with 5 albums. So let's also rewind this. I said it the other day. If I'm stupid, somebody correct me. How many rappers that blew up the past couple years got a 5-album deal? How many of them actually got a completed album? And I say even better, how many of them even got at least 2 completed albums? Full albums back to back, not no mixtapes, not dropping a bunch of streams. How many of them have albums, hit records? So I kind of agree with Joe Budden said the other day when he said that Megan Thee Stallion is not a star like Cardi B. She's not a star. Why? Megan Thee Stallion has not dropped 1 full album. That's a hit record that I know of. So let's look at all this hype around Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, you've been hearing about Megan, but where you heard about Megan at? You heard about Megan blowing up in the pandemic. You also heard about Megan in the news with Tory Lanez about shooting. But let's look at Megan's career, her talent. How many hit records do she have? Talking about how many gold plaques and how many platinum plaques do she actually got? We know Nicki got them. We know Lil Kim. We know, you know what I'm saying? We know Cardi got plaques. What did Megan actually accomplish as an entertainer, as a rapper? But one thing y'all know is she specialized at twerking that ass on the ground. That's one thing we all can agree on. She specialized, she went platinum when it comes to shaking her ass, all right? I can agree on that part, but I'm talking about talent and music-wise. What did she really do, accomplish? Now, she got some good songs, but I'm just saying on a big scale. Like when you say Madonna, you know that come with multiple hit records. And we know Madonna portrays to be a whore. But my point is, when you say Madonna, you know plenty of hit records go behind that name. When you say Janet Jackson, you know that's plenty of diamond records, plenty of gold plaques. That's what I'm talking about. When you're talking about being a real superstar, not just a one-hit wonder with a buzz, because you got to remember, social media created a lot of fake hype and a lot of fake buzzes for people. A lot of trending topics was created to make that person lit. But in reality, let's rewind back in the day where people made it big off of their music and you didn't know nothing about their personal life. Remember that? When you really didn't know nothing about a rapper or a singer's personal life, you really didn't know nothing. You had to get the magazine. You might have learned a little bit, but they didn't put their lifestyle on blast. You knew them for their music. And they was known throughout the world because of their music. So let's look at now. Now they're known more for their shenanigans and their bullshit more than they known for their actual talent and they hit records. That's how they finesse the game too. So every rapper that died or that went to jail that made it big, can we say they actually was that big? Now you understand, for those that don't know the game, what a 360 deal is. A 360 is something that's just going in a circle. So a lot of these niggas, they just went in circles. They didn't go nowhere. You know, a hamster wheel goes in a 360. It goes in a circle when you're just running on a hamster wheel. So a lot of these rappers, they've been on 360 deals, which means they just been running on a hamster wheel because they didn't really go nowhere. You get it? Their career is in one spot. It was a game, right? That's why you see, no disrespect to nobody, but you'll see a lot of these drill rappers, they got hot, but they really stayed in one spot. They was on a treadmill. They was on a hamster wheel. Their careers was hot. It was popping. They was moving, but they was only in one spot, meaning they didn't get to go around the world. They didn't get to be a household name. And then they made a mockery by making most of them household names after they already died. So they never got to indulge in their success. My point is all of this stuff goes together. It all goes together. A lot of rappers started their career recently with the PPP money. Y'all seen that, y'all know that. A lot of rappers started their career. They was in the studio paying with that PPP money. They was renting out Airbnbs with the PPP money. They was buying them sticks, them ghost guns, them 100-round drums with the PPP money. All of it goes together. That's why I'm saying this. And Joe now labeled everybody as a criminal. That's why I said this is some of the most wickedest stuff I've ever seen in my whole life. Our generation got taken, you know, the crack game. Back in the day with the dope game, this game was a whole nother gameplay that we ain't see coming. Because remember, I told y'all this. They never going to tell you what they going to do to you. You ain't going to find out till after it's done already. So that's why I try to tell you, when they tell you what you think they're going to, no, that's not how you're going to go out. I told you. Everybody was worried about the vax. But look how many people got taken out through something called a PPP loan. I'm trying to tell you how it worked. You thought that you was going to get taken out from getting a shot. No. You got taken out a whole nother way. It's called 3-card Monty. While you was focusing on this, they had you getting caught up in that. And now they saying what? The mandate is over with, but guess what? You got new charges. You get the game. The mask coming off, but now you can't go back to normal because you got some damn new charges on you. That's how they finessed you. I'm trying to tell you the game, man. So that's why they say the country, that's why Joe said the country is moving to a safe new normal. What you trying to say? Remember, key words, safe new normal. Not only talking about safe from the C-19, he's saying it's going to be safe because we're about to get rid of a lot of criminals. That's the game, man. So a lot of people had to get sacrificed in order for the country to be great again, in order for the country to go back to freedom and doing what you want to do and enjoying your money, go on vacation all over the world and spend your money shopping up and down Fifth Avenue, shopping up in Harlem, shopping in Beverly Hills. People had to go. And every corporation, they got hit off. They got new money behind the scenes. They refurnished, restructured their businesses. And they all in position now. They also learn how to run these companies with less people. That's why, what else did we see take off in the pandemic? Because some people forget. Yes, we know Uber been around. Yes, we know DoorDash and Grubhub been around. But did DoorDash, Uber, and Grubhub not blow up 3 times in the pandemic? Did not everybody in this chat or listening to this video, did you not use Grubhub or DoorDash from before that? You might have knew about it, but you ain't use it like that. I bet you used it a whole lot. What else took off? Amazon. Was Amazon not been out for years? Yeah, you know Amazon been out for years. If you got a Boost mobile phone, back in the day, you always seen the Amazon app on your phone. You always seen Amazon on your phone, and you did never use it. But guess what? I bet you any amount of money during the pandemic, a lot of y'all use Amazon. And was using it to death. Because when they had you in the crib, they gave you that money, they know you was going to get the order and stuff on Amazon. And little did you know that Amazon was making a whole lot of money on the stock market the whole time. You seeing everybody going to work for Amazon. But now you see a lot of people, Amazon don't need you no more. And a lot of people got laid off from Amazon. That's right. DoorDash made a killing. They rich. Grubhub made a killing. They rich. Uber Eats blew up in the pandemic. All of them. Lyft blew up even more, and Uber blew up even more in the pandemic. So all these corporations are what? New corporations. They all deal with what? Digital technology. They all tapped into the 5G technology. Which also proves what I told y'all, everything had to be verified. Let me break it down even simple for some of you people. Like I said, if you scammed the money, if you did anything with that money, I bet you any amount of money you ordered some Grubhub. I bet you any amount of money you jumped in a Lyft or Uber some kind of way. And they know everywhere you went. After you took the money, they know everywhere you went. They know everything you did, everything you ate. Man, that's how it works. All this was a test to see how we could run all of these systems together, because I told you that the whole difference of 5G, see, people thought 5G ain't nothing, man, 4G, 3. No, I try to tell y'all, 5G is the one network that makes everything work together. 5G makes everything capable to run under one program, meaning everything is tapped into the same network. Therefore, everything could be traced under the same network. That's what 5G is about. It brings everything together. So therefore, it's nothing you're going to do. It's nowhere you can't go. Man, they're going to know everything about you, to the pimple on your face, to the last time you wash your ass. We also heard about what this thing called algorithm. I bet you this right here. How many people you might have been in your crib talking about something? You ain't even on your phone's sitting down. You talking about something. Next thing you know, you go online and what you was talking about, that ad pop up on your phone. You like, I was just talking about that. Man, that been happening to me for forever. Because your phone is tapped into your algorithm. It's listening to you right now when you're talking. When you go to let's say you went to McDonald's today, the phone already know you've been to McDonald's. You get home, and a couple days later, McDonald's popping up on your phone. Man, it's all tapped in together. I'm trying to tell you what I know. That's 5G technology. And I bet you any amount of money you was talking about something, and next thing you know, it pop up on your phone. Or you might have Googled something, and you on a whole nother app doing something totally different, and that ad pop up on you. You like, hold up. I'm trying to tell you. Everything being tracked up. They know everything you're doing. They know everything you think about. They know they trying to damn near read your dreams. So we all here now. We in the middle of it right now. And guess what? It's nothing you can do about it. Only thing you can do about it is get you a tent and try to go live in the woods or something like that. And don't have no technology. That's all you can really do. And you better eat off the trees, and you better have you some animals and go hunting. Other than that, you ain't hiding from nobody. That's a fact, Gambian. Anyway, this was going on right now, man. This man went on. He pulled up to the stage last night and went live, and he declared war on everybody that took that PPP money and labeled them criminals, man. And he also trying to blame regular people that took it. He trying to blame them for part of the reason why the country is messed up right now. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It's sad. And we know for a fact it's a lot of people that took that money. We know a lot of white people took it, man. We know a lot of people that had good businesses took it. But guess what? You got to peep one thing. Y'all notice, right? A lot of the Asians, a lot of Chinese restaurants and Chinese people, when things started going bad, they just shut down and left because they didn't want to take the money. A lot of people that didn't take the money, they just let their business close up. But I know legitimate businesses that got the money. Now, what they did with it, we're going to find out. So even the small legitimate companies that took the loan, if they didn't do the right thing with that money, a lot of them going to be getting snatched up too. So that's why a lot of people, they opted out. They didn't want the money. Some people just took the struggle, closed down for a little while. Some people just, got rid of some of their employees to reduce their numbers. And some people just they stuck it out. They grinded their way out of the PPP situation. But a lot of people that took it, I'm talking about even legit, some of them in debt right now. Because some of them took out too much. Like you might got let's say a barbershop. Instead of him taking a little 50,000, some barbershops took out 250,000, 300,000. Now that nigga owe. So that's how they also tricked people that was legit with it. Also, for those that don't know, 50 Cent is leaving Stars. No more power on Stars, no more none of that. And if you see things like me, in my opinion, every show 50 had, look, I'm going to break it down. In my opinion, Power was the same as BMF, was the same as Power Book 2. All them sequels to me was the same show. The new Tommy show, that's Power. All of them are the same show because, in my opinion, he all wrote and directed them the same, and they all had the same exact agenda. And you also got to know, if anybody's seen the last Power, that whole Power series, all those agendas in that TV show, it all went to what's exactly going on right now, to the point where they even had a part of that show where they was on Clubhouse, listening to Clubhouse, listening to public opinion on Clubhouse. He even put that in the show. That show also promoted to make mothers look bad, especially black mothers, that black mothers manipulate their kids, let them sell drugs so they can benefit. It also promoted for the sons to kill your daddy, kill your father. Don't listen to your father. First, don't listen to the nigga. But then when your dad get on your back too much, just take him out. All of that was promoted in that TV show. When in real life, a lot of us have never even seen no shit like that. Yeah, we know it might have happened here and there, but I ain't never in my life knew a man or a nigga I grew up with that killed his dad like that. I never seen that in my life, but it was promoted on that show because now that's how they want it. When you trying to talk to your son and you trying to come hard on your son neck and try to get him to stop certain things, man, your son might try to take you out because he watched Power. Get it? When a lot of these mama's boys out here in these streets and their mother sanction them to sell drugs, and some of these little niggas hustle and take care of their mother, these are some of the same mothers that let their son get sent up the river. We seen them also promote what? Snitching and Power. Did Tasha not snitch, living in the hills? Everything you see now was promoted in Power. So now stars say, look, we don't need this. We don't need this. Look, this agenda is over with 50. We don't need this stuff promoted no more. You can take it somewhere else. We're going in another direction. And that's something else they always do. They always get us, certain people, to support their networks. When they blow up, they kick it to the... Let me rewind it for you. Boom. Once again. What's up with Netflix? Do y'all remember when Netflix was around 2009, 8, 10, all of that? Remember, for my peoples that rock with the PlayStation and Xbox, remember it always had a Netflix app on it, and nobody even knew what Netflix was. You never even used it. But then what happened? Netflix started coming out for what? $5 a month, $5.99 a month. And then when black people started watching Netflix, started making it blow up, we started sharing the codes, the PIN numbers. What they do? They took it from $5 to $10. Then after we started still supporting it, they started taking what? All that money, giving out big deals to David Chappelle, giving niggas like him 60 million, giving all these entertainers big money deals. Halle Berry got to deal with Netflix now. They started giving out big bags. So when they started giving out big bags to the black community, what they do? Went up on the prices. Now Netflix is in a whole nother world now. But we built Netflix from scratch. The same way Stars been out. But Stars did not start popping the way it is now until Power and niggas started what? Power actually made niggas start downloading the Stars app. Buying it. When before that, niggas was not buying no apps to watch nothing, because we come from the bootleg situation. Y'all know that. But that's why you'll see now why bootleg CDs and all that had to be shut down. That's why you'll see we made money off bootlegging CDs and DVDs, so they had to make that a federal crime if you get caught with DVDs, because they knew they was going to bring in streaming. And they already knew that once streaming was in, we got to make it where they can't bootleg and make no DVDs and CDs no more, because a lot of us made money off of that and paid our bills. So they had to outlaw CDs and DVDs being sold. That's a crime now. Everything we do and prosper off of, eventually they make it a crime. And then the corporations, they implement what they want to implement, and they get paid. Shut down the CDs, DVDs, bring out the streaming companies. So now you niggas won't sell no movies under the radar. You want to watch a movie, you're going to pay for it from us. And then what they do, they take Netflix, Hulu, they start throwing all the old movies on that you love. They still want to throw Menace, Boys in the Hood, New Jack City, Big Mama's House. They're going to take every nigga movie you see in your whole life, and they're going to put it on the network, and you're going to sit there and watch it and download it. They know you like a book. That's what they do. And they get millions of dollars, right? Then when they get you tapped in, they start taking away the nigga programs, and they start putting other programs in. So-called whack programs, the programs that we so-called don't watch. They start giving the white people the big bag, the white entertainment. but they use us to big up the whole company. That's how it goes, man. We make everything hot. The hood makes everything lit. It don't work without the hood. We give the say so. I got another one for you. Did we not see TikTok blow up in the pandemic? Did TikTok not blow up? They've been out for a little while. In the pandemic, what you see? You seen a lot of white families dancing to black music, trying to look like black women, twerking with tights on, dancing to black songs, dancing and clowning. They really was clowning, but they was dancing and clowning. And guess what? The whole time they was getting paid. They was getting TikTok checks, and TikTok, their stock has went through the roof. And when did it go through the roof? When niggas started jumping on TikTok, and now it's through the roof. One of the top companies on the trade right now. I said it again. TikTok blew up in the pandemic to another level. Netflix went to another level. Amazon went to another level. Grubhub, everywhere I say, every app I say, niggas had their hands in that pot. Or should I say, the hood had their hands in that pot. And now we're not getting nothing back. You're not getting a penny back. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And the whole time, it's people that have money invested. See, that's why I told you, everybody in the country is not messed up. Some people sat back and they put their money into these investments, and they've been living off their investments. They ain't even touched their bank account, not once. Every quarter, they just been skimming some money out their account, living off of that. Some people, when they got their stimulus check, they put that in a certain stocks and bonds. They put that stimulus check on certain things to big it up. And they've been living off residuals, some people in America. Meanwhile, everybody was getting paid off what the hood was doing. And that's why I say Joe is behind it all. Him and his whole team. So that's why I dropped the episode. Where y'all at now? Y'all laying low because a lot of y'all done cashed out. A lot of y'all know y'all sold a lot of people out. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. The Democrats have took their game to a whole nother level. But they're the same ones behind the crime bill. And mighty funny, everybody now is damn near labeled a criminal. That's all I'm trying to say. That's my opinion. Don't take my word for it. Don't listen to me. That's how I see things, all right? But I told you we was going to have a real conversation today. I told y'all we was going to chop it up today. Because everything you see, it happened right in your face. Now you see why it was all of these damn distractions. Now you see why people say, man, that's a distraction, or he's a distraction, or that's a distraction, because so many distractions took place, and I want you to peep something else. Now you see the distractions have slowed up. It ain't too many distractions going on right now. Now they're getting ready for business. They want you to see what they're about to do. They want you to hear what they're about to do. That's why he told you what they're about to do. Ain't no more games no more. Also, this is another situation I told y'all about. The caretaker of Young Dolph's memorial, he got shot and killed. So somebody probably was hating on him to the point he want to keep Young Dolph legacy going, keeping the candles fresh, keeping the flowers out there, the balloons, and somebody killed him. Memphis is different. Memphis is very different. But what I mean by that is, man, them niggas got some hate out there. There's hate everywhere, but I'm telling you, they hate is different. That city was the #1 stars of First 48. You understand? But the individual that was the caretaker of Young Dolph's memorial, he got shot and killed. And he said that, he grew up in the same neighborhood as Young Dolph. He just felt like it was meant for him to keep it in good standings. And the individual that got killed, he also used to be in the military before. So, in my opinion, that I know of, I don't think he was no type of street dude or nothing like that. Either way, allegedly he got smoked. So I guess they didn't even want nobody to take care of Young Dolph's his memorial. Another thing I got to talk about. Oh, this is another big story too. It's another big story. I know y'all probably heard about it, but another black woman has been found dead after dating a white man. A black woman has been found dead and bloody, and she was dating another white man. And I'm gonna get into this again. But the thing about this death, police are calling the death natural causes. And the family does not believe it. And they say when they went to go view her body, she had blood in her eyes. But we're going to get into this right here real quick. You've been seeing in the pandemic, a lot of women have been dying. A lot of women have been dying under different circumstances. And a lot of these women dying, it comes from that OnlyFans energy. It comes from that trying to sell it energy. Trying to sell it, yeah. A lot of women have been very extra promiscuous in the pandemic, trying to get them some money. And what's been happening is a lot of women have been ending up in bad situations. That's why to the women that deal with that activity, I'm here to tell you, a lot of that stuff is played out now. Women have been selling it since the beginning of time. And they got it set up where now you're not going to be able to do it that long. And another thing is, it's a lot of weirdos out here, and they will violate you now. Some of them going to pretend like they're going to spend some money with you just to get you where they want you at, and then they're going to have their way with you. Because remember, a lot of people done lost their job, they doing bad, they broke, and a lot of people are sick right now, and on the strength of that alone, they ain't giving you nothing. So a lot of you women, you out here think you scheming on money, but the whole time, this man is lining you up. He ain't giving you nothing. He could barely pay his light bill. He ain't paying for that. So he's going to act like he's going to spend money with you to get you where he wants you, and then he's going to have his way with you. And then, like I told y'all before, I've seen women online on sites saying white men only. I don't date black men. Well, now we see a trend of women who mess with white men ending up dead. And this happened in Kansas City to be exact. Kansas City, Missouri. So we heard about the chick from Connecticut. Now this is another female. And this is the catch. She was found bloody, but the police say she died of natural causes. So what is that telling you? Somebody playing. Somebody is really, really playing. And like I said, a lot of times when the police downplay these type of events, a lot of times the woman or the individual got a shady background. That's how they play the game. They're trying to make it where she wasn't a clean citizen and she's not worth going hard for. Because I saw her picture, and the picture she showed, it looked like, to me, in my opinion, she was trying to sell something. But you got to remember, the family is always going to say that she was a good woman. Oh, he was a good dude. The family going to say that because the family going to always love their loved ones. But my point is, I wouldn't put it past her. She was trying to sell it, because I've met women that I personally know and met in my life that in their mind, they not working. They don't want to go to work. They like that fast money. Some chicks like the rush of getting that money off a trick, getting that crispy $100 bill, them couple hundreds real quick, and they ain't got to do nothing. They ain't got to work. So a lot of females get turned out on fast money, and they get turned out on sugar daddies. And in their mind, they ain't going to work nowhere. So I'm trying to tell a lot of you women that think like that, the man you think going to be your sugar daddy, he might be the daddy that take you out. And I ain't talking about the dinner neither. You might be found slumped somewhere, thinking you're going to get you a sugar daddy. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Thinking you gonna bust a trick, a lot of times y'all gonna get tricked and you ain't gonna get nothing. That's what's going on now. Salute helping the vision. Salute all the people that pulled up. I'm gonna get to y'all. But we have another black woman found dead and bloody, and it was after a date with a white man. They got the picture of the white man and everything she was dating, and the police are calling her death natural causes. So riddle me that. I don't know what to say about that. But this has been going on many different occasions. Women have been dying, getting killed, and missing. All of within these past 2 years, you'll see that turned up too. Also, they said that Alpo was killed over a road rage incident from the past. Not that night he got killed. They say it was a previous road rage incident, and that's why the so-called 27-year-old killed him. That's what they're saying. I don't know if it's true. I'm not going to put too much energy into this because I already spoke about Alpo yesterday. But this is something that I got to talk about, which is happening, which is trending in America, and y'all already know. A major drug trafficker has been indicted by the DEA in a bus for 50 kilos of that white girl. The snow, the cocaine. Another one, caught with 50 kilos, adding up to 110 pounds, worth 1.25 million. As you know my saying, that's some more work that's not hitting the street. That's some more niggas that's going to be broke. Do you see the game that's being played? So we got three big busts that happened within the past week. 2 big busts of a lot of drugs that are not going to hit their destination. And these same destinations they're supposed to hit is the same destinations where they said they coming for criminals who did the PPP loan. You see what's going on. Man, they got so many different things going on at one time. I'm trying to tell you, it is what it is. But a major drug trafficker has been indicted by the DEA. He got caught with 50 bricks of cocaine. So as we see, he was still trying to be Scarface in 2022. And a lot of people that needed this money to pay their bills and sustain themselves, they're not going to be getting that because the plug has gotten caught. And I know I got new people listening right now, so if you're new, hit the subscribe button. But I'm not going to keep repeating the same thing, that they are shutting down everything. Every which way in your mind you can fathom of getting dirty money, they are trying to shut that down. And the borders got shut down for a reason. Now you see, due to technology, all of this work, all of these drugs are getting confiscated. Every month I make a report on something getting shut down. And that's why you see these smash and grabs. That's why you keep seeing dudes doing petty crimes to try to get through. You see them snatching pocketbooks, robbing people at the ATM machine, home invasions, because they're not getting to work. Some of these dudes used to hustle. They can't hustle no more. So even if you did do the PPP scam and you did get the money, they made it where you can't even flip your money no more because the work ain't going to make it to you. So this particular drug trafficker, he got caught with 50 keys. And they're not going to hit their target, and somebody's going to be starving. So like I said, also I got to speak on this last thing right here. And the only reason why I'm going to speak on this because it relates to what's going on. Now, the dude, Raymond Santana. For those that know about Raymond Santana, especially those from New York City, and a lot of y'all saw the documentary about the Central Park 5. Some of us, when we was little, we seen this play out in real life. We seen those dudes get arrested. We seen them on the news looking scared. Some people was actually locked up with these dudes, but they were granted $41 million when they got released. And just to give you a little background on the Central Park 5, Back in the days at that time around New York, it used to be posses running around. And posses used to run down, beat up people, and rob them. But let me be specific on what used to go on. It's called wilding. It was called digging pockets for my niggas that know what I'm talking about. Digging pockets. Where dudes throughout the city, throughout the borough, I know this from Brooklyn to be exact, and many other parts, but I know in Brooklyn for a fact, East New York, Brownsville, Bed-Stuy, all over Coney Island, Flatbush, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Brothers would mound up, get super deep, and go to Manhattan, do smash and grabs, as well as knock out rich white people. Go on Fifth Avenue, and they would go on Wall Street because at this time, white people walked around with thousands of dollars in their pocket, which was called a mitt. And dudes will go to the city, you get you somebody that can knock somebody out. You get you about 2 knockout niggas that's gonna knock them out. Get somebody that can knock them out, throw them in a fiend, and then you had to have a nigga with you that was nice with digging pockets. He gonna slide in the pockets real quick and get that bread. This is what I grew up watching. This is what my big homies used to do. That's how I know. And this is before gangs. This is posse work. This is when people was going to get that money. So they would go to Fifth Avenue. They would go to Wall Street. And any white man they see, they look at their pocket. If that pocket had a bulge, they'll knock that white nigga out, put him in a fiend, dig his pockets real quick. Either knock him out if he ain't dropped, they'll throw him in a fiend. Either way, hit his pockets, take out the cash, and keep it moving. Next victim. And by the time brothers will go to the city, they might catch 10 different victims, break all that money up, and then everybody get on the train and go their separate way. Also, at this same time, brothers would do a lot of smash and grabs in the Diamond District in Manhattan. And a lot of this was East New York, Brownsville, Fort Greene area. A lot of the real, what I'm talking about, the parts of Brooklyn where niggas still scared to go to this day. Now, I know it was happening in other boroughs. I know that part. But I'm only going to speak from what I know, for what my OGs did. And when we was young, we tried to do the same thing. But anyway, this is also the reason why to this day, everybody got a debit card with a chip in it. Everything went to cards because this was when everybody walked around with cash. But at this time in New York City, so many white people was getting robbed and beat up. They had to start coming out with ATM machines. And this was a time where people from the hood specifically targeted rich white people. They did not rob their own grandmothers, granddad. They didn't do the crime in the hood. Niggas got on the train and went to specific areas where they knew it was a lot of money at. And they would catch white people with their Rolex watches, their Cartier watches. They would pop her diamond necklace off her neck, take their furs, and they would really put in work and do stuff like that. They would go to rich areas in Manhattan and get that money. And a lot of it was teenagers and some older dudes that put the younger dudes onto the game because they went past picking pockets. At this time, brothers, they ain't had no time for trying to pick your pocket. They just knock you out, dig in your pocket, take the cash. And let me rewind it. This was a time when white people walked around with thousands of dollars in their pocket and pocketbooks. And also, you got to remember, it's a lot of brothers still locked up from this day and time. That's why a lot of brothers caught their first robbery charges during this time. I'm talking late 80s, early 90s. This was a lot of brothers first caught their first robbery charges. It was called digging pockets and wilding. So what happened is you started having a lot of copycats trying to do the same thing. A lot of copycats, in the hood, when somebody starts something, it becomes trendy. Everybody want to do it. Like how now everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to sell drugs. But at this time, you had to be in a certain category. You get it? The drug dealers sold drugs. The robbers robbed. The people that went to work went to work. But a lot of people became copycatters and started trying to dig pockets and knock people out and try to get that bread. But guess what? They didn't know what they was doing. So these particular individuals that became known as the Central Park Five, There was really some copycat niggas that went to Central Park and tried to beat people up in Central Park. And when they went to beat up people in Central Park, these niggas got caught. And not only that, common sense to tell you, people that run around in Central Park, they working out. They ain't got no money on them. They usually had the money on them after they finished running and working out. But these niggas went early in the morning catching wreck, as we used to call it, catching wreck. And they was in Manhattan catching wreck. And that's why I told you sometimes you get charged for stuff you didn't do. Now, they was catching wreck that whole day, but they got blamed for raping and knocking out this particular woman. Because in New York City at this time, the same thing you see right now was going on back then. Innocent people being victims. The only difference is back then, innocent victims had a lot of cash money on them. But these dumb niggas went to Central Park and was playing the game. And this is also the same time when the knockout game came out. When brothers, niggas used to test their strength on people's jaw to see if you can knock them out. And after you knock them out, you run their pockets. That's how the game went down. I'm telling you New York history right now for those that don't know. For those who want to talk about gangster talk. For those that really don't know. I'm telling you New York history. This is when the knockout game first started. This is when getting deep with 100 niggas and just go take whatever you want. This is when boosting became popular. This is when the lowlifes, Decepticons, things of that nature started becoming at the top of the top because they was already starting all of this. The Decepticons, the lowlifes started a lot of this behavior I'm talking about. Going to Macy's, taking a whole polo rack, walking out. Security guard pull up, he get knocked out. I told you, everywhere they went, you had to have at least 2 to 3 knockout artists. One hitter quitters. We gonna steal a whole polo rack, and when the security guard come, you knock him out. That's your job. And when we finish, we're gonna break all this stuff up. Keep the polo you want to keep. We're gonna sell what we sell. This how niggas got their money as teenagers. At this time, everybody was just, these are the individuals that were still going to high schools all across New York City. At this time, I'm in junior high school. You hear me? But all my niggas, this is what they did. This is also around the time when people started going to Reading, Pennsylvania on bus trips and going, stealing all the polo, stealing all the gas. This is when the trips to Reading, Pennsylvania first started. Then you'll see, after that generation turned over, a lot of niggas started going to Reading, Pennsylvania selling drugs. But it started from the boosted era when niggas from New York first started going to Reading, Pennsylvania. And niggas would go to Bloomingdale's, A&S, Macy's, any store you name. It was a particular store for my niggas that really know about that polo called BFO, and they had all the polo gear. And niggas would go in there and take all that polo. I'm talking about the suicide coats. For those that don't know, those are the coats that was $500 plus. The teddy bear sweaters, for those that don't know, those are the sweaters that was $500 plus. And niggas would go take all of that. And then get real drippy, get real fly in the hood, and then sell it. Now the whole hood got polo. The whole hood gets down. At this time, Guess jeans like $70 a watt. So niggas from Brooklyn started wilding out, rolling deep, catching wreck, robbing people in Manhattan. Wall Street, knocking out Wall Street brokers, taking their bread, taking their watches, taking their jewelry. And it became trendy. So when the Central Park 5 tried it, they was already like some little dusty niggas. And they all got caught and they all started telling. But they did get blamed for a rape they did not do. But the point I'm saying, right, I went too far, right? But I had to drop a little history. Raymond Santana, you know, the Puerto Rican looking one, the one that recently he's been home doing a lot of talking, the one that married Delicious, for those that know. He married Delicious. Y'all know Delicious from Flavor of Love from Detroit. He married her. And they got married in the pandemic. And I already knew, in my opinion, when they got married, she probably was scheming on his money. And in my opinion, this nigga money starting to get low. Because Raymond Santana, Central Park 5, got hit with $41 million and they had to chop it up. But now, him and Delicious are in the middle of a divorce. And she has come out recently and try to throw dirt on this nigga. Because recently, Raymond Santana, he did an appearance on Pierre's Panic Room podcast, and he was speaking about how, you know, him and the Central Park 5, they went through what they went through, and since he's been home, he's been doing certain work, certain prevention work, and he also admitted that he blew $4 million. Well, Delicious popped out, and she said that she was married to a narcissist who was a liar and a cheater. Talk about Raymond Santana, one of the Central Park Five. Delicious said he's a liar and a cheater. And also, what else is being said is that they got together right after that documentary came out. They got together. They got together in, on December 2019. They got together. And then they got married on June 6th of 2020. In the middle of the pandemic, they got married. Now we're at the end of the pandemic, and since November, they got a divorce. You know what I'm saying? They've been working on a divorce. But my point is, I'm pretty sure Delicious got with that man for his money, and I'm pretty sure he got with her. Because guess where they met at? They met on Instagram. So this nigga that got money for and being in the Central Park situation, he wants to get with Delicious off of Instagram and marry her. And I'm pretty sure she wanted to run that nigga pockets because he probably was stupid. He was locked up since a teenager, so he ain't know but so much. And they got together, got married, and now they got a divorce. And she's saying that he's basically all about himself and he's a liar and a cheater. She's basically saying he's a fraud because he acting like he out here campaigning to save the youth, but really he's a player and he just want to fuck. That's basically what she's saying. And she also said she got more to come after this story. And this is all alleged. But like I said, a lot of these pandemic relationships are fake. A lot of people got together in the pandemic for different reasons. That's why you're also going to see a lot of pandemic relationships are being tested. Or if you was with somebody before the pandemic, your relationship has been tested during the pandemic because the pandemic is a program and it was put in place, in my opinion, to see who's going to make it. We have seen marriages fold. We have seen people get together because of social media. We also seen people break up because of social media. But you got to understand that right now, a lot of people are together for all the wrong reasons. Some people got together because they needed help with that rent. Some people got together because that nigga moved you in because he might have needed help with his bills, or he might have needed help with that car note, so he moved you in with him because you had a good job. My point is this. People got together, and a lot of it ain't have nothing to do with love. That's all I'm saying. So now we starting to see the backlash of it playing out because these two fools, Delicious and Raymond Santana, they got married over Instagram, met each other on Instagram, should I say, got married the first 6 months, didn't even know each other like that. And now, a little time after that, they get a divorce. And now she wants to say he's a narcissist, he's a liar and a cheater, because I'm going to tell Raymond Santana, you's a dumb nigga anyway, because if I did all my life in jail since a teenager, I ain't trying to be on lockdown right now. If I was somebody to have my money and I'd have been trying to have the best time of my life, I would not have tried to be married. And I definitely would not have tried to marry Delicious, who Flavor Flav, he done smashed Delicious. I don't want to hit nothing that Flavor Flav touched. I'm sorry. So we know Raymond Santana was a dumbass nigga. He the same dumb nigga that got caught for trying to knock people out at Central Park. Because if he never was at Central Park beating on white people, he never would have got those false charges put on him. Because a lot of those dudes, like I told you, they was clone copycat niggas. And when they got caught, they all snitched that same night. They all snitched on each other. That's all I'm going to tell you. I know dudes that was doing that, they never got caught, never. And they did it for a long time. Because that's what they did. That was their career. Robbing, and that's what they did. And you got to remember, this is before the time of guns being popular. So after this happened, that's when everybody went to guns and started selling drugs and going out of town and doing other things to get money, because all that running pockets and knocking people out, they got played out. A lot of people got locked up. So I'm just showing you a shift. A shift always happens when things change and things start to go different ways. But like Raymond Santana, they was like the last, and they was like copycats trying to go in Manhattan and bang on white people. And at the same time, you got to remember, for those that don't remember, this is the same time when black people started waking up and started listening to Public Enemy, and black people started reading Malcolm X books and waking up. So a lot of black people really started to bang on white people and take their money. That's what started going on at this time. And you'll see right after this is when they also, in California, they started that whole Rodney King riot stuff. And at that same time, everybody in Cali was wilding out. Everybody in Cali was banging on white people too. It was a big uprising around this time in America, but it was a quiet uprising, meaning people started knowing who they was. They started realizing that they was being oppressed, and a lot of niggas in the hood started taking their pain out on white people. That's what was happening. White people, anybody that wasn't for the black community at this time, you was getting your business robbed, and you was getting beat up and knocked out and robbed. This also when carjacking started. In Cali, they was carjacking white people. So that's why you see all these new things had to come about. And that's when you'll see in the early 90s, right after everything I just told you, right after this, that's when Joe and the Clintons started pushing the crime bill, because they realized white people were being victims of crime at a whole nother level. They started noticing blacks wasn't just banging on blacks no more, and Latinos wasn't banging on Latinos. They started noticing everybody was banging on the white race at this time. So they had to come with certain laws to put niggas in jail. They also realized at the same time, a lot of people with selling drugs was becoming millionaires. Fresh out the hood, becoming millionaires at the same exact time, I'm telling you. So they had to put these crime laws in effect to shut down the hood. They did it then. Now fast forwarding how they doing the same thing now. Attacking the criminals, locking down the drug game, and stopping the finances. They did the same thing before. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's nothing new. You heard the saying, there's nothing new under the sun. This is how I relate everything to you. I talk about the past, but I bring it to the future. I talk about the future, I bring it back to the past and the present. I relate everything to you so you know what I'm talking about. To show you I ain't just on here talking. And when I tell you, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all already know. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. So I'm not telling y'all nothing new. It's just that we always get distracted. We don't pay attention. They say the average attention span, basically they said nobody remembers nothing past 5 years ago. And some people don't remember nothing past less than that. But that's where we at right now. But Raymond Santana, the Central Park 5 nigga, he blew his bag. He blew his money. He was out here cheating, doing all the most. And Delicious is done with that nigga. And she's about to put him on blast. So it is what it is. My point is, the pandemic has broken up a lot of relationships. And it has brought some people together. But my point is this: we about to see, you looking at the start of the ending. That's all I'm going to say. For those that know, Mardi Gras was yesterday. If you know what Mardi Gras was about, you know about what all that energy was about, you know what's about to happen. And I'm going to leave that at that. There's certain things going on. People are getting ready for, I got to say this right. People are getting ready for a whole new force to touch down on the planet. That's all I'm going to say. And certain people are just going to be victims. Some people are just going to be statistics. But remember the key thing, you got to make yourself a number. Can't nobody make you no damn statistic. You can make yourself a statistic by what? By being distracted, not paying attention. Just like it's really impossible to get hit by a car crossing the street. The only way you can get hit by a car crossing the street is by what? Not paying attention, not looking both ways. That's the only way you can get hit. It's simple. But let me do a recap, and I'm about to slide out of here. And salute to everybody that pulled up today. I see y'all. Y'all been cooking in the chat. Thank you for everybody that's watching in the bushes right now. Thanks for y'all support. But hopefully everybody got something out of this. I'm going to do a recap because I know some new people pulled up. And it's real information right here. All right. Last night, Joe pulled up on the stage. He went live. He went live on the stage in front of the whole country in the State of the Union address. And Joe stated that the Trump administration undermined the watchdogs whose job was to keep the pandemic relief funds from being distributed and wasted to the wrong people. So basically, Moneybag Joe is blaming Trump people for giving the money to all the wrong people and trying to say the wrong people that got the money just blew it and wasted the money. Trying to make it, he's trying to paint the picture that Trump gave money to people and these people just sat there and wasted all the taxpayer citizens' money. And then Joe also said that he is going to assign a new chief prosecutor to go after those who committed pandemic fraud. And Joe said this, quote unquote, out of his own mouth: we are going after the criminals who stole billions of relief money that was meant for small businesses and millions of Americans. And he also said the country is moving safely to a new normal. Now, y'all got to figure this out. You got to decode it. My insight is, like I said, he just called everybody that took the money, he just called you a criminal. They're putting a whole new task force together with a new prosecutor, chief prosecutor, to prosecute and convict everyone that dipped in the bag. And he also blamed it on Trump for giving money to these people and saying that they wasted Americans' bread, wasted the American people's dollar. And they blaming it on the hood, as we know. We know a lot of people scammed the money, but this is getting blamed on the community. And this is going to get a lot of people mad. And guess what? He announced, or should I say, he declared war. He declared war. And the war he's going against is the war against poverty and the so-called criminals that stole the money trying to get out of poverty. That's my opinion. But he sat there on the stage and blamed it on Trump. And because remember, the whole last night conversation was about the economy and how he's going to fix certain things and he's going to make it where Americans can prosper again. But by him doing that, he had to have a poster child, and the poster child was all the people that took the PPP money. He using them as the excuse on part of why things is messed up and part of the reasons why he ain't got no more money to give out to help nobody, because he trying to say them people over there stole the money. So now I can't help you over here. Even though you got a legit business, y'all good Americans, I can't help y'all because these people over here stole the money. That's the game he playing. And he also said it's going to be a new task force, and they're going to be putting in work, running down, and prosecuting everybody that touched some of that money. So you heard it before. You heard about it. You seen people joking about it. Well, you got to know now it's officially real. So you might as well call this the Crime Bill Part 2. And a lot of people, in my opinion, they are going back into bondage. You know what bondage mean? It's in the scripture. You're going back into bondage. That's it. And you don't got to be in jail to be in bondage. Like I said, some people, your background is going to be so messed up, you're not even going to be able to get a job anyway. You're not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to have a bank account. Because this is the catch, what they didn't tell you. By you getting money sent to a bank, that automatically ties in with bank fraud. If you got any money from PPP wired to any bank account in your name, you are considered a bank fraudster. So therefore, you will never be able to get another bank account no time soon. And we already know in America, half the stuff you cannot do without some type of what? Verified account. So even if you don't go to jail, they're going to make it where your background is so messed up, you're not going to be able to get a bank account. When you go for an apartment, they run your background, your PPP going to come out. You're not going to get a rental. Do you get where this is going? It's certain things you're not going to be able to get in your name. So it's not always about going to jail for some people. It's about tarnishing your name. If you tarnish your name, you won't be verified. You can't do nothing, which means you can't what? You can't move. You on lockdown. So this is what has been played, and your man Moneybag Joe, he's behind it, and he's pushing the agenda, and he announced in front of the whole world that this is what's about to happen. So it is what it is. Now you're on point. Now that you know, you got to do what you got to do. If you did indulge in any of these activities, I don't wish bad on nobody that did it, but I'm just telling you what's going on, what he said out his mouth. Because I know a lot of people didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because I know he's very boring, but I made sure when I got up this morning, I found out what that nigga was talking about. Period. Because I know they slick like that. And what he did, he pulled another slick ass trick. So we see that Joe is Sleepy Joe when he want to be, but I told y'all he's Moneybag Joe because he finessed the bag. He going to blame people for stealing the money when the whole time he doing something totally different with the money. And he making up an excuse why he don't want to help people that need the money. Some of us need that money right now. Look, all the people that didn't scam actually need the money. But he want us to be mad and blame the other people. Like, I ain't mad at nobody that did it. But they want us to be mad at the people that did it. And that's starting a whole nother beef. Because the ones that was actually grinding the whole time never took none of that money. They the people that need the money right now. We know people still didn't get their tax money from 2020. Why? Because they was giving out the other money. So the people that work hard, they still didn't get their tax money from 2020. Man, they was playing the game the whole time. But anyway, that's done with. Joe declared war on people that took the PPP money, man. That's that. The next topic I touched on is this sick ass, hating ass nigga that you see in the picture. Nigga named Carl Jordan. And this man allegedly killed Jammasterj, but not only did he kill him, he kept coming back to the painting on the wall and took many pictures in front of the painting, as you see right here. Proud of the pictures and proud of what he did. He also shot a video in front of there called Silver Spoon. And part of all of this is the reason why the prosecutor, they don't want him to come home, because they feel like he's a threat to the community for the simple fact that he brags about guns and brags about selling drugs. And he also was the same nigga that kept going in front of Jammasterj's mural after he allegedly killed him. So he made himself look like he's crazy, like he's sick. Another thing about this man is that he actually has $1 million bail, and they're saying he actually does have the money to get out, but they are fighting so he won't get out. They're making reasons why he shouldn't get out. And they also feel like we don't know, he might try to come out and might start trying to get some of the people he feel like are witnesses. And like I said, in my opinion, when he's taking that picture in front of Jay, that's like his way of trying to let the witnesses know, you better not tell. Yeah, you know I did it, but you better not tell. You're gonna be next. That's how I read and decode what he's actually saying in front of Jammasterj. That's one thing I decode. Another thing, he's trying to play it off like Jay was his man. That's the sick part. He's trying to make it like he was so cool with Jay with that Run DMC shirt on, but the whole time you're the reason why he dead. And you robbed a lot of true hip-hop fans of Jammasterj, because Jammasterj is not here to tell his story. He's not here to raise his kids, and you destroyed and killed that man's legacy. And to come to find out, this lame-ass nigga, he wanted to be a rapper. That's what makes it sad. So we know for a fact he probably was trash because Jammasterj would have put him on. For those that don't know, Jammasterj put 50 Cent on first. Jammasterj put on Onyx. Jammasterj put a couple of people in the game that to this day they're household names. So Jammasterj did put people on. He did help people, and we probably can assume that this nigga was trash. That's why Jay want to put him on. And the reason why we got proof is because after Jammasterj died, this nigga wanted to be a rapper. So what does that tell us? And not only was he a rapper, he self-snitched on himself in the song and told about how he liked to bust his gun and whip up drugs in a pot. So my point is this is a fucking hater, all right? I got to call it what it is. Take a look at what a hater really is, what a snake really is. And it shows you that your own people around you every day will be the same ones that take you out. For what? For fame, nigga. For some clout and a couple of dollars. That's right, a couple of dollars. That's it. A couple of dollars. Some money. Niggas will turn on you. And that's why the hood ain't no good no more. Everything is different. Everything been cutthroat, but now it's to a whole nother level. It ain't just cutthroat. Now they're going to cut your whole head off. They're going to chop your whole body up. For what? For chump change. Because what else we know? This the same nigga that killed Jammasterj allegedly, but he still didn't get out the hood. He's in the same hood that he killed Jammasterj in, which shows us that what? He didn't go nowhere. He didn't go nowhere in life. His career went nowhere. So what does that mean? He took Jammasterj's life allegedly for no reason. That's why I said people got to stop living on a treadmill. You got to stop living on a hamster wheel. You living like an animal. You going in circles and you're not going nowhere. But in your mind, you think you're doing a lot. You're not going nowhere. The only way you're going to go somewhere is you got to change the way you think, change the way you move. A lot of y'all are just hamsters on the wheel. You putting in a lot of work, but you ain't going nowhere. That's all I'm going to say on that. Fake love has taken over the whole world. That's all you got to know. If you find love, real love, good for you. If you find real friendship, good for you. Maybe when they say that things are going to get back to normal, maybe it will, maybe it won't, who knows? But right now, we know things are not normal at all, on no level. That's why you don't have to watch no more scary movies. All you got to do is pay attention to what's going on. You don't got to watch none of that no more. That's what it is. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody for pulling up. Thank y'all for staying down and tolerating me screaming and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to touch on these topics today. Episode 117. We did it again. But my whole point is when I seen what Joe was promoting, I said, wow. I said, so you mean they basically about to put together a whole new task force? You know, we know about the FBI, we know about the ATF, we know about the CIA, we know about the IRS. They about to put together a whole nother entity with a chief prosecutor. Basically, they're putting together a whole new gang, and they about to be coming for niggas. Which means they got time to play. They specifically got money behind what they about to do. They got bodies, people in place, and they ready. So we already know that this is not a game. And he declared it last night. That's what bugged me out. Because we all know people that did it. We know for a fact the numbers of people that took the loan is in the thousands, hundreds, thousands. We know that. We know, let's be real, across the whole America, it's in the millions. It's in the millions. Let's be real. And that means millions of people are going to be out of commission, meaning out of the way. And some of them are going to be our family members and our friends. So that's where we at right now. We already know people going to be losing their Section 8 vouchers. Some of them already did. They lost their Section 8. I know some people that have lost their disability check because they took the bag. Things like that is what's going to be happening to people. So just say you've been getting your disability check since you was a child. Now you grown. No more disability check. Background messed up. No more Section 8. What you going to do? That's where we at right now. What up, Diz? That's right, bro. So the IRS better give me my 20s, my 20 and 2021 exactly, bro. That's right. They still owe me bread too. But they're going to release a lot of them funds now. They just had to get a lot of this other stuff out the way. That's how they work. That's how they work. What up, Juice? She said no work history. Yeah, if you ain't got no work history, you better get something going. I'm telling you, better get a trade or something real quick. Get you something 6 months. Get you some. Get you something. Get you a weekly course. Do something to get to a bag quick. Do something. You better buy some cases of water. Sell some cold water. You better do something. Ain't nothing lame right now. Ain't nothing whack. Ain't nothing corny right now. You better do whatever you got to do to put some money in your pocket. That's all I'm going to say, man. I ain't here to be no preacher, though. I'm just going to tell you what it is. ABG, what up? You already know. American Links. Mr. X. Thanks, Miss Danielle Walker. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for everybody that support the channel. OG Circle Gang, what up, bro? Y'all already know. Leonard De Yuda. What's up? 100. Who else up in here? A lot of y'all ran through here. Queen of Attraction, what up? Go Dumb TV. What's up? Who else slid up in here? We already know Rondell on the scene. That's right. All banks work together. That's right. They all under the central bank. All these people work together. That's why I be telling people, all these corporations, they don't have beef. Wells Fargo don't have beef with Bank of America. They don't have beef with Chase. T-Mobile don't got beef with Verizon. They all work together to finesse you and get your money. That's how it works. Whenever we do something, everything got to be a beef. That's why we keep losing, period. That's why I don't waste my time with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because people think everything is a beef, a competition, where they don't understand we all could eat. We eat together. It's enough for everybody. How many times you heard that saying? It's enough for everybody. But some people, they small-minded. They don't think like that. It's all about me, me, mine. And you'll see everybody with that mentality. Eventually, they die off and they disappear anyway. Every great person that was about themselves, you always see somehow, some way, they write them out of history. Or somehow, some way, they end up passing out somewhere and nobody know what happened. Because they all about themselves. That's the difference. That's how it works. Sean Dub, what up? Salute, bro. Salute. Salute to the people that always watch but don't comment. That's love. I respect all y'all. I got love for all of y'all. You heard? Y'all make this thing work. Like I said, I don't got no ops. It's just that some individuals be doing foul shit, and I'm gonna speak on it. That's it. I ain't got no ops. I ain't got no problems with nobody. But just stop doing stupid shit, man. If you're gonna do it to somebody else. Don't do it to me, because I ain't gonna play with you. I'm not gonna play with you. Don't play with me. Fair game. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, I don't got no ops and I don't hate nobody. I always say that because that's what it is. But if you watching in the bushes, you supporting. I appreciate that. Other than that, I'm about to slide out of here in a minute. That's a fact, Dub G. That's right. Delicious wants some of that nigga money. But hey, He got his fame from Central Park. So in his mind, he thought he was a rapper. He went on Instagram trying to smash Instagram hoes, and just so happy he got with Delicious, and he married her. His dumb ass should have never married her anyway. He let that ass get him worked up. He married her. I'm pretty sure she helped trick his bag up because the nigga ain't a hustler. His money got short, and she probably turned on him. And his money probably got short, and he probably turned on her because he can't afford her. He can't afford her lifestyle no more. But nigga, you was fucking with Delicious, and Flavor Flav used to smash that. So my point is this: hey, now she put him on blast, and she probably is gonna run his pockets. So it is what it is. Other than that, y'all have a good day. Enjoy the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody wreck your day. Don't feed off no negative energy. Stay prosperous. Stay on point. Don't be too distracted. And we're going to tap in again tomorrow. But right now, I'm up out of here. Episode 117. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. And y'all already know my slogan. I'm Ghost.